Hi, I'm Shauna from Infinity Readings, and this will be the reading for the Taurus male for the Valentine season of 2019. Alrighty, I'm going to jump right in. I've got two pyramids, a love and romance pyramid, a regular pyramid to understand what the heck's going on. And then I got two cards here, an overview card and a help card. I was going to bring them up at the end, but I think I'm going to focus on it in the beginning of the show here. So the first card that I got for the Taurus male is organization. So again, when I go to my page, this is what these guys are thinking about. Organizing and getting things ready to go. For what, I'm not sure. But they're tinkering with stuff here, getting things organized. So that's the theme here overall, okay, to keep in mind. Now, the surrender card is kind of what I use as an obstacle or help to get you through. And the card they have here is surrender to setting limits. So that comes with the organization field that they're in, right? It says it's healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. So they may be feeling like they're being put upon in some kind of way romantically, okay? So I'm going to start off here with the, the overall energies, basic energies here. The first card I get is the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a slow, steady, moving energy. He's not a speed demon, but he's getting things done slowly and methodically, and he always comes through, right? He always finishes in the end because he's slow, steady, and methodical along the way. So that's the kind of energy that's hitting him. I mean, that's his element, right? Earth. So that's him. So he's in his element, he's in his energy, and he's moving in the way that he feels good to do so. Next card again is the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Wait a minute here. Yeah, I feel like he's sometimes these cards, they morph. I feel like he's trying to discover new ways to make money, to increase things at home, like whether it's just the wealth period at home, or increase thing. Again, this is from way back. This guy's still on the same track here. He's trying to make money so that he can make his home better things, because they're making me look at the castle in the background, and they're going, yeah, home. This guy's about home. He wants to embellish at home, and he wants to make things better. So the money, it's like trying to discover new ways to get money to do that and to put it in that way. So just kind of adding to his empire, okay, in a lush kind of way. And then the next card we get is the King of Wands. Now, the interesting, the King of Wands is a fire element. So that is someone that is focused. And what I get here is we are focused on a goal, and we're not going to give up until we get that goal accomplished, whatever area that is, right? We're going to go into love and romance, see if that's where it hits. But nonetheless, there's something here this man is trying to organize, gain money for, resources for. He's going in that way. King of Wands is like, yeah, I'm determined, and I'm going to see it through to the end. And that's with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Not only is he going to be slow and methodical, but he's going to get what he wants. What he's got his eye on, he's going to attain it. The King of Wands does not leave empty-handed. He always gets his goal. So whatever he's focused on, and this man has got no more focus than any other king, he is going to get it. So he is taking on a fiery energy of that, or there's someone in his midst in that way, okay? Next card, the Chariot. So the Chariot is about movement, action, going forward. This is on the side of trying to figure out what we're going to do with our mansion, right? Our home. taking action in ways to gain more money is really what I'm getting here. This guy is being grounded, ground roots. We're going to make more money so we can have more lush things, that kind of deal. Okay. Now he's not yet the king on the tip of the iceberg here. He's not yet the king of pentacles. So we're going to watch with our finances. We're not being over extravagant with, what do you call that? Beer, wine taste on a beer budget. We don't want to be doing that. We want to be going at our pace, right? Just staying in our financial zone is a sense of a warning I get, okay? The next card, 9 of Swords. So there's some worry and stress going on here, directly under his element, his energy, and also the King of Wands, right? That energy of focusing on something and having a goal he needs to attain. So there's a bit of stress behind that. We're moving and we're taking action going that way. We're needing finances to accentuate that. And at the same time, it's causing us a little bit of stress. So where that sits, that might be hidden in the Chariot there, where the action is trying not to go out of our boundaries when we do that. I feel like that's where it sits. Next card, 6 of Swords. That's about moving in a different direction. Where are we moving? We're moving away from stress here, but this is directly under the King of Wands. That's interesting, because it's almost like this man, right? This Taurus man, he's in his element. He's taking things slow and easy. He's organizing his life and getting things in gear. And all of a sudden, either fire comes under his butt and gets him moving in a direction here. Because all of a sudden, we've got all this movement energy. So we could literally be moving house, moving jobs. I don't feel it's a job, though. I feel like it's either we're moving out of a relationship or we're moving out of a home, or both, okay? So we'll continue here. The next card is Justice. So the Justice is under the movement. So whatever it is that is making this guy move or creating a fire under disaster, that is justified. I feel like the universe is pushing this guy to take action, and he is doing that. So that's highly aspected, I feel. Next card is the 2 of Swords. Now the 2 of Swords is about indecision, not being able to, and also being blindfolded. So there might be a sense here that this man is kind of not wanting to move. Well, not really, like there's resistance here for wanting to move in this area that he's been fired up to move. I feel universally this highly aspected, but I also feel like this man, I think it's kind of his slow mode that he's in. I don't know if I need to do this. I don't know if I need to go. It's like not ready yet. Okay. Next card is the 8 of Pentacles. And I'll tell you, this card did not want to flip upright. So that's about working hard on something, putting in a lot of extra effort here. And the 8 of Pentacles, usually to accomplish something. And I feel like it may be the Taurus male's energy that he's just not wanting to put work in here. He's feeling like it's not warranted, is the word they gave me. It's not warranted to put work in here. But nonetheless, there's something stressful that he's not seeing everything, all angles here. And he's feeling like he doesn't want to work. He wants to take off instead of putting in work. So that's a relationship that could be dicey. Now we end up on the pyramid here, for the general energies, we end up with the 4 cups. And the first word just shot out was disdain. There's a lot of disdain here. So like I say, if this is a relationship and not good, disdain is not good. It's just that I don't care. I don't want. In fact, you're not worthy, that kind of thing. So there's something going on here in this man's energy. He's feeling either he's not worthy or someone outside of him is not worth the effort. So it may be someone that is ready to leave a relationship, okay? It's kind of spelling that out. And there's a lot of movement cards here, both on each end, saying no matter which way we go, we got to move. So it's a matter of moving out of the relationship or what the deal is. I don't know. That's the sense I'm getting here, is moving to the romance. So we'll go into the romance area here. And I have a romance card and a sex card, so we can kind of go into the bedroom as well. Not that I want to peek in there, but sometimes people have intimacy problems in the bedroom that have nothing to do with the actual relationship. So I want to highlight that and get rid of any blocks that might be hovering so that people can go, oh, you know, maybe get a glint of something going on in the relationship and go, yeah, well, maybe I should talk to that person or whatever. So this is what my hope is going in this area, okay? So as we move in, first card, Six of Swords on the romance. So the Six of Swords is interesting because it's about getting to know someone and flirting, introductory stage of flirting. So if you're dating, this is what you're doing. You're looking at someone and wanting to explore that, okay? That's the sense I get. And I do get a sense here that this guy may know this person but hasn't quite initiated the process. Next card we get is the Ten of Pentacles. Interestingly enough, it's a 10. We got to keep that in mind, okay? But secondly, this card always confuses me because sometimes it comes up with a different energy. In this particular field that I'm in here, with this card, I get someone, okay, this male, wanting to indulge physically in a relationship with someone, but again, a distance. Not a distance like we don't know each other, but a distance like I want to know more. And I want to know more intimately, not just in a way that, you know, like lightly dating or friendship. We're going into a physical side of things here. So there's a sense here of an opening up of something on the physical end. Okay, so for kind of digging on the singles side here, I'll break it down singles and couples here after. Next card I get in the romance is the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is about betrayal or something. Somebody stabbed us in the heart with something. Disappointment at the least, but a betrayal no less. Now, the Nine of Wands, and I'm picking up on the singles here. I feel like they may have had, okay, so this travel card and stress and worry, this guy may have had some kind of a betrayal come upon him from a partner that he was lightly dating. And the Nine of Wands is like now he's going to go out and see if he can find someone to kind of lick his wounds, so to speak. And that's what the Nine of Wands comes up with. On top of there, we have someone that's highly pissed off. They've been betrayed, and it's clear to see that it's not my fault. That's what I'm getting here. It's not my fault. They know this, but it hurts nonetheless, right? So the Nine of Wands is about, you know, going to a partner to kind of take care of that. And I feel a very soft, compassionate energy in that way. I feel like we're not going to be taken advantage of. You are not going to take advantage of anyone, and that other person that is soothing you is not going to do the same. You're just going to simply work your way through this. You have a compassionate shoulder that we may be looking a little more intimately at, but nonetheless. The next card is 9, the Hermit. And the Hermit on the romance side is really signifying to me you're kind of hung up on things in the past. But nonetheless, we're looking at things and trying to be positive, right? Because this guy is holding a lantern and he's smiling with the pictures and whatnot. So, and the sense they're giving me here is we're not thinking that fondly about the one that just broke our heart. We're thinking that fondly about one from in the past that didn't do that to us. Someone that was very kind to us and very compassionate and loving. And that's really what's going on here. I think is this person is really longing to go back to something that was a little more cushy, if you get my drift. So something more warm and compassionate when he's just been through kind of a firecracker here where it wasn't that way, okay? Now on top of that Hermit card, which is very interesting, we get the Five of Wands. Because the Five of Wands is about looking outward to other, okay, the energy's splitting here. Looking outward to other couples, okay? So we may be doing this, okay, as a single male, you know, or we're busting from a relationship. We're going, oh, you know, like, I am not happy. I'm trying to think of good things in the past to keep me going. But in the meantime, I'm looking outward at other relationships and feeling, I wish that I had that, right? Because the Five of Wands is really about wanting to gain a relationship when we're single, because this man's kind of, he's like the butler, and he's looking out, but it's kind of like what's between the lines here is the fact that he don't got that. He's working his butt off trying to make ends meet, and then he goes whatever out on the balcony, sees these two, and he's like, isn't that beautiful, blah blah blah. That's my interpretation anyway. So really wanting that, and it's interesting because this other guy in the other card kind of looks like a butler as well. It's like the same dude. Anyway, looking back on times where there's people in his life that treated him well, and then looking outside of him and missing that physical partner, okay, on the physical side of things, missing that. It happens. Okay, the next card on the romance is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is the most fun-loving card in this deck. This is happy, can't, you know, belly laughs till my stomach aches. You know, I cannot wipe the smile off my face, that kind of stuff. You go out and you have fun, and you feel comfortable with that other person. So comfortable you act like a kid, and you just, everything's good. And this is the sense I'm getting back from the Hermit card. Because we got the Hermit card and he's looking back on fond things. I feel like there was a partner in the past that did this for him, that made him feel secure, comfortable. They're going very comfortable. It's so easy. But I feel it might have even been just a friendship. But nonetheless, that's what he's thinking about, okay? On top of that, we have the Magician. So I feel like this man I feel like he is taking his power and he's thinking about this direction, okay? He's thinking logically, I missed this and I want to go to this. Above the, and it's not like a nasty thing. It's not like we're just on overdrive here. It's just, I remember feeling really good with this person and we had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and I want to go back there. And the Magician is saying, I'm in my power and I'm going to make that connection, right? The intent to go and the action and force and drive to get you there. Because really the Magician, he don't dream in the way that most people dream, where they dream and then they go to work and they do what they do. No, this Magician, he dreams and then he acts it out. So that's the power to go back to something that made us laugh, made us happy. Okay, this is what he's thinking of. Next card, we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, he's the fastest dude. Interesting here on the romance side, we have him off the horse, but nonetheless he's holding the sword up and he's ready to attack, and he can create aggression and chaos where he goes, so we got to be careful. So there's either this is, and I feel like this is kind of your energy. Why? Because the Magician and the fun-loving, it just is kind of leading up to this guy's hurt and he went in this direction here, or he's focusing on a direction, and now he's going to go forward. And I feel like the Knight of Swords is just that energy that's going to take him there. He's going to go out and he's going to make that connection. The next card we get is the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting because on the Four of Pentacles, we have a man coming on to a woman, but the woman is kind of in, again, disdain, not really into it, okay? There's a fire in the background, but I feel, again, I feel a sense of distance. I feel like this man is really fired up about this woman, and I feel like he may just come forward and bring that to bear, meaning bring it out in public or whatever, like let it be known. But as of this point, I don't think he has. I feel like that's what this card is symbolizing. I don't think he has yet, but there's a fiery passion right behind this man for this woman, and I don't feel she's not engaged, because I don't feel they're together yet. I feel like he's just got a fiery passion that's burning, and we haven't come together yet. Why? Because of the Ten of Pentacles. Because of this card, there's a distance. He's not touching her, and I always take note of that, right? And it's in the beginning. I'm getting a lot of beginning stages, flirting energy, that kind of thing. So it's not like we just hop in a bed. It's got to be warmed up, right? But this man is very passionate about that, so he's going to be bringing that forward. A little more obvious to the partner, okay? The next card we have is the Hierophant in the romance. which is interesting. I feel like this hits for the married, but nonetheless, that is about marriage and traditional ways of being. Now, if you're single, you could be thinking, this was the one. This is the one I should have married, or should marry, or I could marry, that kind of energy. There's a purity to this relationship that he just has not found in any other direction, is the sense that I'm getting, okay? The next card on top of that is the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is interesting because it's about an offer coming forward that kind of gets denied, okay? Again, a sense of boredom here from this woman. She's drinking tea there in bed. What the hell? There's a rose there. Come on. Wakey, wakey. But it's just not happening. She's like, I'm fine with my tea, thank you. So either there's a sense of someone not wanting to engage in the act itself, because that's an official offer forward, okay? So if we have that going forward, there's a sense from the person that you're thinking about, just is it's not connecting at this point, okay? Yeah, she's really all closed up there. She's naked, but she's closed up, so I'm not too sure what's going on. If we got a sense here that they're going, time's not right, maybe the time's not right here for that. We haven't worked enough into the program here to graduate. So I'm thinking, you know, there's something like that could be going on for some people. And it could be too, if we get the Hierophant here in the Eight of Pentacles, is just maybe too much too soon. Maybe this guy's got such a fire under him that he's coming forward with so much energy, and it's kind of like the woman doesn't know how to take it, okay? Because that's another option there that could be sitting. Now I'm going to go over it again here. The general energies are pretty set in stone. I'm going to go over on the couples end because I feel like I was kind of dabbling into the singles area. So I'm going to go backtrack here. So now dealing with the couples here with the Six of Swords, okay? Different energy completely. So if we look back to the general energies, there's some stress and wanting to leave and movement. We may have some shifting in the relationship that's going on. I might have to go back to the general because we're working on the Knight of Pentacles. He's in his own energy, working to gain more money for the home. He's got a goal. He's very, I feel like it's very individualized for this man, no matter what his family, you know, the wife or the kids have. It's very much something he wants to do for himself or the family, whatever. So he's very single-minded on that. It's maybe even be a secret per se. There's movement here and stress. So I feel like the stress may be coming within the household and to do with money and finances. Now, we may have a guy here that's in a coupled relationship. He's maybe working too much, so we're not seeing results at home. So we're getting a little dicey with the partners, getting a little itchy, you know, stay home more, or, you know, this kind of thing. Not understanding the process here, what this man wants, right? Then we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is about movement out. So I feel like he is very much motivated to get what he wants inside the relationship, even though he may not be sharing it with the rest of the family. And I feel like that's in a financial way, okay? Now, this is causing stress because he may not be as open, and I feel like he's not aware of this. He may not be as open about his goals and his accomplishment, what he wants to accomplish, that the partner is feeling kind of edgy. And it's not a direct hit here. We're spending more time away from home, more time outside, more time away is what I'm really getting, because both sides of the pyramids are just working away. So our partner may be away and we may be away, so we're kind of distancing ourselves. It's creating kind of anxiety and stress for the male, but also for the partner as well. But I feel like the partner of the Aries, or the Taurus male, is not as vocal about it, or neither is he. I think everybody's keeping it all in, really. That's what I get. Now we have Justice here, giving me a sense here that this man is moving in a justified way. He is gaining things he needs to gain, and he is doing what he needs to do. Now there's an inability to see something that is going on here, and the universe is going, he's got to realize that on his own. This is part of the process he's going through to do that. And the Eight of Pentacles is about putting work in and overtime. I feel for the couples, absolutely he's doing this, absolutely. And not only that, he's finding hobbies outside of work. He's putting work and overtime into work, so that's bringing his day to a longer, you know, he's disappearing from the partner longer. And then on top of that, we're going out and we're doing other things on top of that to keep ourselves busy. And we're working late into the night for that. And then we end up on the Four of Cups, which is about, I feel like for the partner, it's about not having any time for the partner. We're really getting so busied up that we just really have no time for the partner, don't even want to deal with the partner. In fact, we might even be avoiding the partner because of what's not being said here, okay? So that's, yeah, a little different energy than singles. So as we move into the first card again, the Six of Swords, that's about getting to know, and I feel like that's the missing energy here, because they're going, that's what's missing, is getting to know the partner, being intimate, compassionate, the flirting, the soft, tender side, right? The introductory phase. They're going, this is a couple, but there's no intimacy, okay? Which is interesting. Where they're showing me like a divide, right? They're showing like, yeah, instead of getting closer, we're really bridging further apart. Okay, so the Six of Swords is kind of an indication this is what we need more of. Compassionate time together. Together time, they're going period. And compassionate time together. Not what we're dealing with all the stresses of the family and the money and the da-da-da. Because they're going, money is a high stressor for this man. And he's really trying to keep that together. And he figures if he keeps that together, everything else will fall into place. And to a certain extent, that's true. But it's not in the relationship sector, okay? And then on top of that, the intimacy, the Ten of Pentacles, is, I feel, the masculine going, okay, I'm wanting to indulge, but just not having an opportunity to be intimate with his partner. There's a want to get in there, but there's just no opportunity. And this woman is fruitful. Like seems like there would be if there was the opportunity, but it seems like there's no opportunity, okay? That's what's going on. So the next card, the Seven of Swords. So somewhere in this relationship, we have had a betrayal. So that might be why one of the persons has the anxiety that they do, and they're working overtime at work and getting busy outside with hobbies, that kind of thing, is because of this betrayal. Now, they're going, this is not revealed, it is just felt. So there's an unconscious urge to get away from the partner. And of course, if you're in a relationship or living together, you cannot do that. So we are getting away in a work zone, in a hobby zone, and just getting out. So yeah, the Seven of Swords is being felt, but I feel for the couples, it's on a subconscious level. Nothing's being talked about. Nine of Wands. Yeah, I'm feeling very strongly going, this is the male. This is how he feels. He wants to be tended to, and he's not. The Taurus male is not getting the attention. He wants one from his partner and one for himself. He is not tending, okay. He's not tending to the relationship, and therefore isolating himself out of it. So he's not tending, he's not being a part of that relationship, going, okay, what's the matter here? Like, let's sit down and talk. He's not having an active role in the relationship. So he's pulling himself out instead of really coming together like this card symbolizes and comforting each other in a compassionate way. It's kind of going the opposite here because of the betrayal feeling. Again, nothing's being talked about. It's all underground stuff. Just feelings and, you know, hints here and there, mind reading stuff, right? Or not. Because if we really mind read, we would know what's going on, right? But here, it's a matter, someone's been betrayed. And I get a sense here, either the male here is in denial of what happened, or has got a lie about what actually happened. So we're kind of, the person that lied about it kind of tempered it to a degree where it's not the actual fact. It's lesser, so we're dealing with it. But it's not being talked about because on a certain level they know this, okay? It's really what I'm getting. Next card, the 9, the Hermit. That is about earlier times in the relationship. We're thinking about how things were, and it may even be about a past love because we have the 5 of Wands. We're starting to look outside of the relationship at other relationships and going, what do they have? Why are they happy? How are they happy? Why am I not happy? What's going on? That kind of thing. So there's a sense here of wanting to go inward. And I feel like that's why they're creating the distance in the relationship with work and outside sources. It's to kind of gain time to think about this on a spiritual level, a very subconscious level here that they're dealing with. I feel like nothing's overt here. It's very covert and very underground. In fact, we're not dealing with much here, but things are they're gonna shift or whatnot. But the man is kind of looking outside. I don't feel like in a way of predatory, but thinking about how other people's relationships are. Why don't I have that? Why can't I get that? Do I have that? Do I have the potential to have that here? What's going on? So he's really going inside, thinking about all this stuff and wondering where to put it, how to deal, and whatnot. I feel like this man is really at a point here where he realizes there's something wrong in the relationship, but he's got to figure out what it is, and then he's going to go after and attack it. Now, he's got that King of Wands energy right in front of the Knight of Pentacles energy. So he has a goal that he wants to attain here. And like I said, I felt like it had to do with money, finances, and home, whatnot. Gaining, headway there. Maybe paying off a loan. Maybe, whatever, purchasing something, a car, whatever, and accomplishing that. But outside in the spiritual realm, things are coming in quite lightly. But it's a heavy deal, but it's quite light here. But nonetheless, okay, there's energies being felt and not know what to do with it. So the next card, the Romance, is the 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is a sense here that we got a relationship we could still bring, things out in. We remember times where we're happy and we're joyful. We want to bring that back. And then the Magician, again, on top in the sex side, saying, I'm going to do that. I feel like that more than anything is his goal. I'm going to bring that back, and that's going to be, we're not going to be, even though we need space right now, which is the sense I get from this man, is I need space right now to think, and because he's slow, he's got to really let it sink in. So he's kind of, that band is stretching, and eventually he'll come back, but he's thinking about the times of the past. Where did I have fun? How did I have fun? Where did we go? What did we do? What was going on? He's trying to revive that, think about that. And the Magician is about manifesting it again. Thinking about those times that we had that were great and trying to get them back, okay? Then we have the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords could be in the coupled relationship another player, an air sign. Someone who comes in, and I'm getting a sense here, and they're going, yeah, in and out. In to tell you something, out to watch for the explosion. So it's almost like if we had a betrayal here, you're going to watch, it won't be exposed by a third party. Maybe an air sign that comes in, gives you the information, and off he goes. And that's the sense I'm getting to this man. It's like he's going to give you some information. Whether we look at it or not is a different story. But he comes in, kind of creates the chaos and leaves. But I feel like he's, oh yeah, okay, I feel like he's really dropping the information so that he's like man to man, boom, there it is. You can think whatever you want of me. You got the information. I'm out of here, kind of thing. I don't feel this man is your best friend. I feel he's more of an acquaintance that flies in here, and I feel he just literally just lays it on the table and says, this is what's going on. Now, when we go into the sex side, I get the 4 of Pentacles. And the 4 of Pentacles, now they're switching it up here. Yeah, because the 4 of Pentacles in the single side was about the male going in and trying to fire things up, right? But again, I felt a distance there. Now, in the couples arena, I feel like that's the man is in the female position going, You know, suddenly it's almost like somebody told on a partner. Your partner did this, whether it was a betrayal of character, a betrayal through whatever situation. It's going to be different for everybody. It just don't sit well with him. And the sense I'm getting is like they don't want, no longer do they want intimacy. They can't handle it because of what's been said to them about their partner. Their partner betrayed them in a way that sits hard with the Taurus male. It cannot go and just be intimate with the partner anymore, but I don't feel a sense of going and telling the partner about what he heard, okay? I'm just getting a sense the partner's kind of like, I can't deal with you. They're kind of zoning out, right? And that may be part of the process they're already in. On the couple side here, I get a sense it's a buddy that come in, but not a close buddy, someone that is acquaintance, maybe even acquaintance of the partner, coming in and saying, look, man, this woman's either talking behind your back or whatever, and this is what she said. And then it's sitting heavy with him and going like, ooh, like his stomach is turning. It's the sense I get. It's like, oh, man, I had to hear this? Like, are you kidding me? And then he has to go home and act like nothing happened. So it's sitting really heavy with him, and he's going over the whole relationship with what was said here. So it's pretty heavy. Okay. Now, the next card is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is about marriage. Okay. And the purity within that. So we got to keep that in mind. We may not have had an affair here, but we may have someone saying things or doing things that are crossing a line when it comes to loyalties to a partner. This is the sense I'm getting, and a sense that it can progress quite quickly, okay? And a sense that other people are noticing, so this is not good. It makes the Taurus male feel nasty. He's just sitting there going, oh, this is not sitting well with me. So the Hierophant is about the marriage. You may have a couple that's in a marriage or an engagement or something long-term, traditional, that he really has to overview everything. And then the Eight of Pentacles, again, I feel like the partner is coming for it, like they don't know what the hell's gone on, but I feel like it's something the partner did that was disloyal to the Taurus male, period. That's what it was. And the Taurus male has got word of this, and he's trying to process this and figure out, one, if it's true, and two, how am I going to deal with it if it is? So we have not gone to the partner. We have not talked about this. Nothing's been brought above board here to deal. And the Eight of Pentacles is about the refusal in the bedroom. And in the couples, I feel like it's the male going, I'm not in the mood. Because this has turned their whole situation around. Hearing this, second hand, no less. They don't hear it from the partner. I feel like it's a diss on the partner. Heavy diss, like it's a heavy diss, where we're questioning the whole relationship here over this, where the partner just can't let it slide, is the sense I'm getting. So in that way, he's refusing her in the bedroom, because she may unconsciously know that he's kind of leaving, moving away here on a certain level. But she's trying to smooch in, and he's like, no, that's fine. I'll drink my coffee. Thank you. I'm not today. Got a headache, right? So a little bit of role reversal there. So there's, I feel like sooner or later here it's going to come to a head, and things are going to be either discussed or left. Now, when we go back to the movement cards, we got to be aware of that. Because there's going to be a lot of movement here, but I don't feel like a lot of talking. So again, I don't know if this man in the couple, it seems more dire. I don't know if this man is really thinking of getting out of the relationship. And if he does, I don't know that he's going to do it in a way where the partner knows about it. So they may either choose to ghost, or choose to really just drop and leave. Now, I'm feeling this may be for more of the ones that are not, not with children, not with, responsibilities, or maybe such a thing where we're taking a break, where I'm out of here, and you take care of things. I will be back, and we will deal with this. But I feel like that's not yet, and I feel like that may be in the summer yet, where this man needs to physically take a break from this, because I feel like it's really heavy on the Taurus male, this situation. It's in the couples, yeah. So man, but you know what, this is the energy field we're in the bust aparts, and we're in the trying to get back together with the right ones. And if we're not in that relationship, and if things haven't been great for a long time and we're in denial, then things are going to be starting to come down the wire here and break where they need to break and come together where they need to come together. So there might have been a denial on this man's side to take this apart. Okay, so that is the reading for the Taurus male for the Valentine's season here, spring-ish. Yeah, seems like the singles, they are coming out of one relationship and wanting to move into another, but haven't quite solidified that yet. I feel like the singles are really focused. They know where they want to go. They just got to start working on it. And I feel like there's a good energy here of introductory and flirting and going down that line and doing it in the right way. And this man is very sprung by the fact that this might be the one that forever, you know, for the singles. So, so that's a good energy. And I feel justified, the action that he takes, singular or coupled, I feel justified. This man is going to get justice no matter what way he goes. Okay, so for the couples, I feel like there's a sense here of betrayal from the partner that needs to be dealt with, but nonetheless there's no recognition from the partner, meaning the Taurus partner is not bringing this forth, and the Taurus male has got word from a third party that he is not bringing that forth either. He is just starting to remove himself from the partnership and trying to figure out what the hell to do with the information, whether to believe it or whatever. And I think he knows in his gut this guy's not going to come out of the blue and just spit this in my lap and there's no truth to it at all. So he's going to try and figure out what that is and try and analyze everything and get all his ducks in a row for the direction that he needs to go once he deals with this. And that's the process I see him in over the Valentine's season, trying to figure out what to do with all this information that I got. So that's that. Now, as I overview here, the organization, now it becomes clear exactly what he's trying to organize. Trying to organize his thoughts. What am I going to do here? How am I going to deal with this? And what direction am I going to take? Single or couple, that's really the mentality. I got to organize my thoughts for whatever's going on here and figure out how to deal. And then surrender to setting limits. So set boundaries in the relationship, and no is a complete sentence. So there might be a sense here that the Taurus male was walked over quite a bit, okay? And that's something that can happen because these men can be quite compassionate, and they can be in a world where they accept everything as it is, and they're not looking for treachery. They're not looking for somebody to backstab them. So when this happens, it becomes quite something. It's hard to take. So you can be in denial of that, and I feel like that's part of the whole process here. Is we may have somebody who betrayed us, so we may have to put down some limits here, or uphold limits. Again, no is a complete sentence. That could be the detriment of the relationship here we're talking about. No, I don't want any more, or whatever. So for whatever situation, hopefully this opens some pathways for you to see clearly what's going on, or to help you make decisions clearer. Unfortunately, I feel like there's going to be a few situations like this that are coming down the wire where we just got to weasel our way out of something so we can weasel our way into where we're meant to be. And that's the process here that I feel is coming on. And it's a process some people are just not willing to go. So we kind of got to go with the flow here and think about our dignity in the process. And I think that's something that Some of the partners like to take advantage of that. Swiping that dignity away, oh, that's okay. You know, setting limits, that'll help you. And you're organizing. I feel like he's on the right track here. I feel like ultimately there could be some more communication going on, but he's got his reasons for that. So he's going to utilize that in the way that he does, no matter what I tell him. So again, that is the reading for the Taurus male for the spring season in Valentine's 2019. So take care, have fun, and be kind.